folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about the current market situation of The Dark. I haven't really talked about The Dark for quite a while, I know. It's a set that's very dear to my heart, not because I'm so dark inside, I hope not at least, I don't feel like it, but because The Dark is the second set I actually bought. I started with Revised in '94, then in our store there was The Dark available in our LGS, and shortly after we even got one booster box of Legends, of which I bought a booster. And The Dark, I bought a couple of boosters actually. So yeah, I don't have a lot of The Dark cards anymore. They weren't very strong to play. In general, I think they are very, very cool cards. I think that now, back then, it was considered a bit of a weaker set. When it comes to the Four Horsemen, it's so Four Horsemen means Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, of course, and The Dark. It is the weakest set. Yeah, Merfolk Assassin and War Barge, that was a combo I actually played. I gave somebody Island Walk and then I killed it with the Merfolk Assassin. So that was pretty funny. When I look at it now, these cards are iconic. To me, there are a lot of cards that are still very, very cool. I think the cards in general look fantastic. They have a very distinctive look and feel to it, and there was a hair on the print sheet. I think that's at least the story I know about the rune sword. No, so it's, if you have that, it's not that somebody drew on your card. I thought that the first time I looked at it, and then I looked it up, and because I think there are two versions. Doesn't matter. These little things, I love them. No, the cards are very iconic in general. I think some of them are one of them. Oh yeah, like this one. Yeah, that's a perfect example. That's what I'm talking about. Some of them are so iconic to Magic the Gathering, like the Inferno, that it is just cool to have a look at these cards and to have them in your collection. So the market has gone down a bit, quite a bit actually. It is not surprising. Plot of Martyr always gets me. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. I loved it back in the day. It freaked me out. On the other hand, I loved it. Now, the market has gone down a bit. You have seen cards like Goblin Wizard and City of Shadows. And what else is there? Mace of It, of course. Ball Lightning. These kind of expensive cards. The Preacher. Fire and Brimstone I like as well. It's one of those cool cards that actually does damage, direct damage with white, and that's why the drawback is so big. So back in the day, if you did something with a color that wasn't supposed to do it, and the artwork is fantastic as well, with the color that wasn't supposed to do it, then you had to pay a big drawback. But cards like I just mentioned, the big guns, they have gone down quite a bit. I think Goblin Wizard at a certain point was like $130, $140 when the craziness was going on, and I think 120 was like a reasonable price. Now it's back to like 60, 70, and the same goes for City of Shadows. It was way above 100. Now it's way below 100. So I got these cards here. And as you have seen, these are not the high-end cards. I got the high-end cards. I had them double sleeved, and I have them for a very long time. Some of them, I have them for a very long time. I kept some cool ones. These are the only gold cards in the set, I think. So the high-end cards are down from their highs. The buyouts of, what was it, Eater of the Dead and Frankenstein's Monster, I don't think you can really buy out The Dark, but maybe you can, I don't know. Uncle is one pretty cool as well. Fact is that the cards have gotten a lot less expensive over the last couple of months, and reasonably so, because it's not considered the strongest set of the Four Horsemen. It's not considered having high-end playable reserved list cards. Cards like this, Mana Clash or Psychic Elegy. Let's have a look at Psychic Elegy. It's yeah, let's put it into, I don't know why it's not deep into the sleeve. But this one actually I got in my first booster of the Dark. You see, it has been played. I actually played this without sleeves back in the day. I thought Mark had a fantastic artwork, freaked me out completely. I love this card. This is one of the first cards I ever owned. I mean, I think I bought like a revised starter and a couple of boosters and then a couple of the Dark boosters. And that was in my first, the Dark booster. I opened up Psychic Allergy Mind Bomb, pretty early one I got as well in one of the first the Dark boosters I bought. I think it's pretty cool doing 3 damage with blue if the opponent isn't able to discard cards. Preacher, of course, super, that's very Dutch. Super iconic card, Quinton Hoover, I love it, Exorcist as well. And the Neal, I think that freaked me out as well back in the day because it's like, woo, in your face. But, oh, I bumped into the microphone, sorry, I hope you didn't hear that. I was very enthusiastic. I think I'm missing a couple of heavy hitters here, of course, the ones I mentioned. Like Goblin Wizard, City of Shadows, but a couple of others as well, Eater, blah, blah, blah. I had a look, and I went to one of the sites I normally order from on Card Market. I order from very few selective sources, and I know I pay a little more, but it's peace of mind. For me, peace of mind is very, very important. And I thought like, yeah, I can't miss that much. And I added all the cards I missed, and they didn't even have a Blood Moon in stock, and I still ending up close to $800. So I was like, okay. A complete set currently costs between like $700. I don't know. So for me at the moment, still with singles prices, and of course this is one store. They might be a little more expensive. I might look for cheaper versions of the same, and I picked good quality cards, like some of them, I think 1 or 2 light plate because I didn't have anything else in stock, but the rest good, most of them excellent, and some near mint. Still, that doesn't really make sense for me. I think buying a complete set probably is the better choice when it comes for me, at least, when it comes to the Dark. I'm not missing like 1 or 2. I'm missing maybe like the 35 low end cards that cost $2 to $4 in near mint condition. Yeah, they add up as well. That's already $100, but still, like it's I was really surprised by the amount. In general, I'm very curious, and I want to complete the Dark. It is a piece of history for my personal Magic the Gathering history, so I might be able to acquire a complete set maybe for... I would be comfortable with like $650 buying a set of the Dark, but not completing a set for like almost $800, which of which I already have a lot of heavy hitters, as you saw, like the Preacher and so on. And a couple of other like $10 cards. What do you think about the current situation of the Dark? Do you think it's readily available? Have you seen a lot of sets for sale? Have you seen singles, cheaper singles? So I might complete my set. And I don't want 10 vendors. You know, I'm looking for 1 vendor, maybe 2. And that those close to $800 that was missing a Blood Moon, by the way. They didn't have that in stock. All the others they had. I would have completed the set except for the Blood Moon. So that's another thing. Let me know in the comments, folks. I'm very, very curious. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. We're going to talk about old cards a lot in the near future because I'm in the mood to talk about old cards. And I want to make a purchase. I'm just looking for something. I haven't found something that has triggered me to purchase it, but I have put aside some funds for like a reserve list buy or like an old cards buy. Stay healthy, stay frosty, folks. I talk to you next time. Thanks so much for listening. Bye bye.